You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us this Monday evening. I'm Ken Bufa. Fighting for justice, Roslyn residents came out in force to make sure a suspected drunk driver who was accused of killing 2 teenagers remains behind bars. Our Cecilia Dowd is in Mineola with the latest.
Again, we are filled to capacity for the courtroom for the Singh case.
A grieving community came out by the hundreds for the court appearance of Amandeep Singh.
He's a murderer, should be in jail, should rot in jail.
Singh allegedly drove drunk at more than twice the legal limit and crashed into a car carrying 4 teenagers. 14-year-olds Drew Hassenbein and Ethan Falkowitz were killed.
We are a community. We have gone through 2 funerals this weekend, and it was the most horrific thing to ever listen to hear the family speak.
The court appearance was very brief. Another court date was set for June 6th, and bail conditions remain the same, meaning Singh is staying behind bars. I asked Singh's attorney where his client had been coming from the night of the crash, and he wouldn't comment on that. Police had said Singh was so intoxicated, he thought he was in New Jersey. Cops said the victims had nowhere to go as Singh drove the wrong way on North Broadway in Jericho. Singh's attorney said his client and his family are devastated.
They're mourning the deaths of these children. They feel terrible.
Drew was a tennis prodigy who was remembered as a real-life superstar. Ethan was described as the epitome of perfection, who never missed his daily call to his grandmother.
I think it's really important and really nice to see, actually, that many of the people in Roslyn were here because we love these kids. And we want to see justice done.
We just want to be here for them. We just feel so horrible about what happened.
We are one big community, and this is where we're going to be, and we will be here June 6th to make sure that things stay the way they are, that he remains in jail until his trial.
Reporting from Mineola, Cecilia Dowd for Newsday TV.
Drunk and texting. That's what a driver was allegedly doing before a deadly crash in Brookville. Susanna Smith was indicted on manslaughter and several other charges today. Prosecutors say the 22-year-old was driving drunk last June while texting with a friend after picking up pizza. They say the Seacliff woman swerved off of Cedar Swamp Road and crashed into a utility pole, scattering power lines onto the roadway and cutting off lights. Well, moments later, officials say Milton Diaz, who was on a motorcycle, got stuck in the downed power lines and was thrown from his bike and killed. Smith is facing up to 15 years in prison if convicted. And cameras have been put on stop signs in one Nassau village, but the thing is, police did not put them there. Our Steve Langford has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
The village of Saddle Rock on the north shore of western Nassau County. Population barely 1,000 people. Stop sign cameras, about 3 or 4 of them, for just a quarter square mile of land.
You should not be concerned that somebody is going to run a stop sign and run you over.
Run a stop sign where a camera is mounted in Saddle Rock, and you'll get a $60 ticket in the mail.
We tried every trick in the book. We sent a letter to the residents to beg, plead to comply. We cited a situation where residents were physically harmed, mothers, children, and strollers.
Mayor Dan Levy says village residents were anything but stop sign camera shy.
They came with pitchforks, screaming about people speeding, about people not stopping, about people completely ignoring what's happening around.
Before the cameras went up, the mayor says only 3% of drivers were coming to a complete stop. But $60 tickets changed that, he says.
Within a few months, we went from 3% to above 97% compliance, where everybody knows, I better stop.
I don't mind the stop signs. I have to honestly say that. I think it's a safety thing, and I shouldn't say nobody, a lot of people do not stop on the stop signs.
Some like the cameras, some call them a money grab.
I got 3 tickets. About 2 months ago, I got 3 tickets.
If that's what it takes to get people to drive safely, because there are children, people walking, elderly people. So I think it's a good idea.
The mayor won't say how much the stop sign camera ticket program is costing the village, but even if it loses money, he says it's worth it.
This was not a program to generate income. This was a program to enhance the security and safety on these residents.
And the mayor says he hopes if people continue to come to a complete stop at these signs, the village will be able to do away with these cameras. Steve Langford for Newsday TV.
Now for more on the stop sign cameras, go to our homepage and click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Opponents and supporters of the proposed casino in Uniondale are speaking out today. Residents, business leaders, and lawmakers spoke for hours during a Nassau legislative meeting today. The County Rules and Finance Committee is expected to approve the transfer and the lease of the Coliseum property to Las Vegas Sands. As Newsday has reported, Sands wants to build a $4 billion casino on the 72-acre plot in Uniondale. And if approved, the full county legislature will vote on the proposal later this month. And the Syosset Braves may soon be a name of the past. The District Board of Education is expected to vote on whether to get rid of its team name, logo, and mascot. Now, as Newsday has reported, the state is banning Indigenous names and imagery at public schools across New York. Impacted districts have to agree to start the process by the end of this year and will have until the end of 2024-2025 school year to get it done. And kids are being brought in to help keep a local preserve pristine. Of course, we're talking about baby goats, which, if you did not know, are also called kids. Learned that today. 5 baby goats and 2 sheep are joining a team of Nigerian dwarf goats at the Norman J. Levy Park and Preserve in Merrick. The town of Hempstead has had animals on the 50-acre preserve for years. Officials say the animals are natural landscapers because they eat weeds and overgrowth. You can visit the animals at the preserve, which is now from 7 to 7:30 all summer. And taking a look at your Long Island weather, shall we? Tonight, temperatures will be in the 50s with partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, we are above 60 degrees with some clouds. So let's take a closer look at tomorrow. We'll be cooling off with the temps creeping into the 60s with a bit of cloud cover too.
High School Sports is sponsored by PC Richard & Son.
Hi, I'm Greg Sarah. After years of competing at the highest national level in gymnastics, Sophia Pratt of Westbury is ready to make the move into the college ranks. Here's our Carissa Kelman with Sophia.
I feel like I've been doing gymnastics forever. I've literally been doing it since I was 5, and I've just loved it ever since, and I just have such a strong passion for it.
Sophia Pratt wanted to continue that passion for gymnastics in college, but she also wanted to attend an HBCU, a historically black college and university.
I've always wanted to actually go to an HBCU, but that was never an option, so I never really thought it could happen.
Until last year, when Fisk University in Tennessee announced they would be starting the first ever gymnastics team.
When I got the offer, it was so exciting. It's always something like a dream come true.
The Gymnastics Academy where Pratt trains celebrated her commitment with a signing party.
When it came time to decide which beam Pratt would be competing on next fall, she says Fisk was the easy choice.
When I got there, I was able to watch a practice with the team, and the camaraderie, the coaches, they were all just so nice, so much fun. I could just totally see myself there. I'm honored to be able to be a part of something so historic and iconic. I'm super excited.
In Deer Park, Carissa Kelman, Newsday TV.
Great story. Thanks, Carissa. Our other top performers this week, we'll start with one very talented high school pitcher. Right-hander Josh Noth of Patriarch Medford. He threw his second career perfect game in a 10-0 win over Riverhead. Noth struck out 19 of the 21 batters. He has 82 strikeouts in 30 1/3 innings pitched, and he's allowed only 3 hits. He's 6-0. In softball, junior Kiara Bolito of Floyd, she went 4 for 5 and hit a 2-run home run in the Colonials' 5-4 win over Newfield. It was her 5th home run of the season. And in boys lacrosse, senior Joe Battaglia, he had 10 goals and 2 assists to lead Belmont JFK to an 18-11 win over Glen Cove in Nassau Conference B. And in flag football, Olivia Agunzo, she threw for 5 touchdowns and ran for another as Division beat the defending Long Island champion from Belmore Merrick 44-32. Agunzo, she completed 16 passes for 252 yards and ran for another 80 yards. Quite the day. Well, that'll do it for this week's Top Performers. You can read more about our Athletes of the Week on our homepage. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Thanks for watching. I'm Greg Sarah.
Only in Newsday, a group of female entrepreneurs say they are prioritizing community over competition. Our Lisa DeStefano and Megan Janata introduce us to the Boss Babes.
They're female-owned small businesses here in St. James working together to make a big impact.
These women are so inspiring, not only to each other, but to business owners everywhere.
All right, can't wait to check them out. Let's go.
This group of entrepreneurs collectively call themselves Boss Babes of St. James.
We are a community of female entrepreneurs, and we are all kind of in the same area, and we got together with networking, and we just wanted to be community over competition. It was organically, we all just kind of got together, and when we were together, we realized that there was just so much chemistry between all of us, and we figured that we can do so much together.
The women all own St. James stores, including This and That Gifts.
All the farmhouse feels in here.
So many items for the home.
Such fun finds.
Cat and Mouse Photography and Soap Shop.
The studio is right through there.
And she makes and sells her own soaps too.
My Darling Jeans Children's Clothing.
There's so many fun toys.
And isn't this so sweet?
And Gray's Jewelers. What started out as a group of 5 women several months ago is growing. They've already had successful sip and shop events together.
It's just like empowerment. It's just an amazing feeling, and the sense of community is so amazing. And like I said, when you're an entrepreneur and you're by yourself, it can be scary, but when you have this amazing tribe of females, it's just really amazing.
A tribe that's becoming the fabric of the St. James community.
We are all each other's cheerleaders. We are all helping each other. We're all supporting each other.
For Newsday TV, Lisa DeStefano.
To see them boosting each other up. Now, for more on the Boss Babes, go to our homepage and click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Get more of the stories you've seen on Newsday TV at Newsday.com. Plus breaking news, investigations, things to do, restaurants, and other Long Island news you can't get anywhere else. At Newsday.com, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thanks for spending part of your day with us. We'll leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.